Finally. Now I've been literally trying to like get my hands on one of these, like one of the shoes from the whole 4D series ever since like they were unveiled, and I've been excited about them honestly because I feel like it's an interesting story behind the shoe. I say story, but it's like an interesting kind of process in terms of shoe sneaker manufacturing and just how they actually make the shoe. And I think it's something that I've always been interested in, although I've never actually fully understood it. I've always kept an eye on it, and anytime like, you know, I saw something about it anywhere, I always like was like, yo, what's happening? And I feel like it's something that we should all keep an eye on. Maybe it's somewhat a first of its kind in terms of maybe a new step into way shoes are being made or how shoes are being designed, because it's definitely a beautiful looking shoe, every single one I've seen. And it's interesting to see, you know, this is Adidas's take on this kind of process of making a shoe. So I would be more than happy to see, you know, what else is out there once other people kind of start diving into the same direction. So the Adidas Alphaedge 4D. So let's get into it. Now this is the, oh, it opens like that. Okay, say no more. I didn't even know. Here we have it. I mean, just like first impressions, it is definitely beautiful on the eyes. I'll say that, no doubt. These are very good looking shoes. And honestly, just this whole cage, the sole is the most captivating thing I've seen in quite a while. Let me say, coming from Adidas, so obviously you have like Kanye coming with the whole Yeezys and everything like that, which has always been very interesting to see. But from like Adidas themselves, not necessarily from collaborations or anything, just their own actual shoe. First impressions, not so first impressions. I think I was just always intrigued to see what the hype was about, because you see a cage, you see this, and I'm like, this must be this must feel like walking on air. And surprisingly, it's quite firm. Now, like, honestly, compared to like your Ultra Boost and stuff like that, this is definitely more on the firm side. And honestly, I actually prefer it that way, because I wasn't a big fan of the whole Boost vibe, everything like that. I think it was way too soft for me. I prefer something where I kind of feel like I can, let me say, I feel what I'm stepping on in a sense. And with Boost, I feel like it's such an absorbent material that you don't necessarily, you know, feel your steps as you're going along. It's kind of like, you know, it's a good thing to be walking on clouds, but at the same time, you know, too much of something can sometimes be bad. So I was surprised to find out these are firm. You know, I thought this was gonna literally be, you know, you step on it and this whole cage is just like falling into itself, and you know, it's got this cool looking vibe going on each step you take, but it's way more firm, and I like it. I actually thought it was gonna be way softer, so I'm actually it's kind of like when you think you're gonna hate something and then you actually end up liking it, and you're like, oh. So yeah, I thought I wasn't gonna like these on feet. I thought they were gonna be just like walking on marshmallows in a sense, because they look like it, but they're actually pretty good. These would make really good running shoes, I'll say that, because it's like that perfect balance of firm and soft at the same time, and plus they look amazing. Around the shoe, of course you have this whole 4D cage that I still honestly don't know enough about, that I definitely need to look into. Just the whole process of how it's made is definitely, I find it so intriguing. I think like it's just fascinating, honestly, to finally be able to like be like, to like just like do that, you know what I mean? But of course you have this crazy looking abyss of, I don't even know what to call it. You have this, I want to say, it's kind of like it looks like it's 3M, like running along the shoe just over here. It looks like it's 3M Adidas logo. This is definitely, you know, the pull sleeve is 3M. You can see, you just know the material basically. I like the silhouette. It's like a. It reminds me of the rocks, but kind of improved. Yeah, kind of improved. It makes for a cleaner look, let me say. And so again, just like following the whole same vibe of this maze of shapes. Yeah, it's a very shapy shoe, if you get what I mean. It's a very it's got like contours and curves, every C word you can think of to do a shape in there, and it is beautiful idea. I could just sit there and squeeze this all day because it just feels so nice to do. But I'm still surprised that it's as firm as it is. I really thought it was going to be crazy soft. So maybe some people actually wouldn't like that. I know a lot of people that don't necessarily I know a lot of people that like how soft Boost is, so you would think that this would follow in the same footpaths, and it doesn't. But yeah, this honestly, it's true to size and it fits literally like a sock. Unfortunately, I have this kind of like sock liner up here, but it fits amazingly snug. And it's kind of, I'm intrigued to see like how long this will kind of last for. I know some people literally kind of wear their Ultra Boost till like it's thinning, and you can literally see through to the other side. So it would be interesting to see kind of like what happens once this layer starts, fading away and you actually get to the cage. Like, would it be that it has a short lifespan? Because once this goes, you're necessarily kind of, you're hitting the heart. So it'll be interesting to see, what happens after like, a couple months. Maybe people that actually use this for actually running, marathons and whatnot. I'm sure they will fly through these pretty quickly. So it'll be interesting to see what happens over time, if this can kind of pass the test of time. But yeah, the Adidas Alphaedge. I have nothing else to say. Super excited to see what else kind of comes from this whole family of the 4D with Adidas. Boom, finished, done.